An intro doesn't get easier than this. Today, first versus second, Norwich against Peterborough United at Carrow Road. And in the second game today, we play Nottingham Forest, who are laying in ninth and they're on the playoff push themselves. Roll the titles. Hello there guys, and welcome back to Upon This Rock. As you can see here, we are on the Sky Bet Championship page. As I said before, first versus second today in the very first game. Norwich against Peterborough United at Carrow Road. They sit top on 67 points, we're 66 points, only a point behind them. If you look at some of the player stats, Jason Cummings is second in the scoring charts with 20 goals this season. He's had an amazing season this year, and his attributes continue to grow, but also continue to maintain the good player that he actually currently is. Currently looking at around about 4.8 million. That's how much he's worth. Been a brilliant signing for me. 20 goals in 30 appearances, 6 assists, 5 player of the matches, 7.23 average rating. Awesome performance from Jason. Look at the average ratings for the whole league. Jack Baldwin is up there again, 7.44, only slightly behind Grant Hall at a 7.46. And again, as you can see here, growing in all the right places. Great to see. Current ability and potential ability, so he's maxing that out now, which is good. But then he's worth around about 6.25 million, and again, he's had an amazing season for us. 33 appearances, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 player matches, so matches Jason Cummings there, 7.44. And that's it from us in the goal, in any of the kind of player stats ratings. So let's not mess about, let's not muck about, let's get straight into the game and let's play Norwich City at Carrow Road. So the last time we met, we drew with Norwich. Where are we looking? So we drew them 1-1 early on in the season when we had a bit of a rocky patch when Jason Cummings and Luke McGee were both out injured. But we've come through that and we've had an amazing run of form. Two dodgy losses here against Swansea and Fulham. Very tough games back to back. But we've gone on a great run here of 7 games unbeaten. So let's see if we can continue that. We've got Luke McGee in goal, Kavanagh at left back, Baldwin and Oxford in the middle, and Jordan Williams at right back. Forrester as the central midfielder defend, Leo as the attacking playmaker, and Jermaine Anderson as the box-to-box. I've got Paul Taylor on the left as an inside forward, Madison on the right again as an inside forward, and the deadly man himself, Jason Cummings, up top to cause havoc in the Norwich defence. The bookmakers have got Norwich as favourites, 1-4 favourites. We are 9-1 to win this game. We are on a high, so hopefully that will go into our favour. Robbie Brady is their key man. Yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he? Left winger. I think he now in real life has actually moved to Burnley. Scored an amazing free kick against Chelsea. But his stats there, he is a Premier League player really. Let's call a spade, and fantastic player is Robbie Brady. Let's see who else they've got in their team. Nelson Oliveira, he's on a goal score. He's a goal scoring machine at the minute. I think he got something like 7 in 2 games. 17 goals in 19 appearances, 2 assists, 7.14. Amazing player. 13 finishing. Composure not the best, so if we rush him, if we get into his face, he might miss a fair few chances. Who else have they got? Alex Pritchard. He was on loan once at Peterborough United, as you can see here. Had a 6 or 7 game spell at the end of the 2012-2013 season, and he's been about a bit. They have signed him permanently for 5.75 million. His first season with Norwich, getting him a 6.94. This season, 7.13. So awesome little player there. Stephen Naismith, Johnny Howson, Malumbu, Olsen, Ryan Bennett. Again, another Peterborough United player. He was with us for 4 seasons. He was an amazing product that we picked up from Grimsby, and he's just an absolute beast of a player. Great defender, 16 heading, 13 marking, 14 tackling. Great strength, great jumping reach. So he's going to be very tough to get past for Jason Cummings today. And then Tim Closer, Ivan Pinto, and John Ruddy at the back. You know our squad. Let's get into the game. Team talk could have gone better. I told them to say, just to tell it like it is really. We're going to top the table if we win here today. Let's go out there and produce for our fans, and let's crack on with the first half. Now we kick off. Oxford with the ball here. Forrester playing it neatly round the back, and then Taylor. End of the highlight. I'm not going to get caught out by that. I've been caught out about 3 or 4 times this season. I'm not going to get caught out again. Very slow opening to the first half here. Possession's very even. It's kind of a derby game, not really had Norwich in the same league as Peterborough, ever since I've been a Posh fan anyway. And that's going to kind of wrap up, I think, soon. The first half. Yeah, it is. Literally no highlights in that first half at all. One awful game. Very, very poor, very drab. Let's see if we can fire them up a little bit more and kind of turn it round for us. What can I do? I could go to the 4-2-3-1, but I am going to knock it down to standard. See if that helps us in the first kind of 10 minutes of the game, and then if it doesn't, switch it over to the 4-2-3-1 and really push for the win. Cummins having a 6.5, find it really tough against Closer and Bennett. Forrester now. Taylor going to drop in Kavanagh back to Forrester. Into Anderson, first time ball into Cummins. Cummins is holding up the ball to Taylor. Oh, what a save by John Ruddy. That was definitely going to go into the top right hand corner. What a hit by Paul Taylor there. But John Ruddy just clawing it out of the air, and it's still 0-0 here at Carrow Road. As you can see here, not a very entertaining attacking game at all. Very cagey, very close. And let's see if that helps us. Going to the 4-2-3-1, kind of matching up their shape. We're around about the hour gone. I'm going to match up the shape for Norwich and see if that gets us an opening at all. Coming up to the 20 minutes left mark. Let's see if we can get some more fresh legs on. I'm going to bring Cummins off and put Connor Washington up top. And who else? Taylor. Yeah, bring Taylor off for Max Clayton and push Madison over to the left. Clayton on the right. And let's see if again anything happens. We've had a little bit more of the second half. 8 shots, 2 on target, 4 off target, 2 block shots, 53% possession, 79% pass completion. So had a little bit more of the second half, but not the greatest of games bringing you here. The very first game, building it up, but nothing happening. So Madison now picking up that loose ball, but Alex Pritchard's nicked it off him. Over to Woodburn. Woodburn's launching the ball up to Cameron Jerome. He's away now. He's away. Cameron Jerome has made it 1-0 to Norwich. They're on the breakaway. And they've punished us. Nothing really happening there in the second half, in the whole entire game. But Norwich have done what they needed to do, hit us on the break, and capitalised on a piece of defensive mistake there. So I think we're a little bit too high up. So here we go. Woodburn launching over to Jerome. So Oxford and Baldwin out of shape there completely. Jerome 1-on-1, and yeah. Not the best time for us to concede, and I think that's going to wrap it up now. Coming up to the final kick of the game, and there it is. Norwich 1, Peterborough United 0. But in fact, it was a horrendous game of football. Nothing really happening there. They were unlucky. We were pushing for the win ourselves, because that's the type of team and type of player I am in the game. But it wasn't to be. Cameron Jerome literally done nothing all game. Scored 1 goal, got an 8.1. What can you do? What can you do? So the next game coming up is going to be against Nottingham Forest, and we'll be there in 2 secs. Coming back before the game against Forest, we have had our new intake of youth players. Let's have a look at, see if we've got anybody special. So let's have a look at the potential. Let's change it. So we've got Ben Lake, who's 50 years old. He's a midfield left, so might have to change him to a attacking midfielder. 1-star current ability, but up to 4.5-star potential ability. I was expecting a little bit more with the potential ability there, but he's only 15. And then we've got 1-star ability to 4-star potential ability. 16-year-old Jordan Robinson. He's a striker. We're playing advanced forward, so he might have to be trained there. 8 finishing, 8 composure. Good physicals for someone who's 16. Good mental, so 12 determination, 12 decision making, 17 teamwork, 14. Work rate, 10 off the ball, so something we could work with. I think we're going to be signing him up. And then we've also got Lewis Smith Knightley, 15-year-old attacking midfielder, central as well. So advanced playmaker on attacking midfielder there. Let's just chuck that on there. So good passing, good technique, good work rate, good vision, good teamwork, good determination, good decision making, and his physicals will get better as he gets older. So another good one for us. And then finally around that top mark we've got Lane Townrow, 16-year-old attacking midfielder, can play across the line there, but more comfortable in the central role. Good technique, fairly okay passing. Probably not as good as the previous lad. Good physicals, good dribbling, good flair, but his decision making, his determination needs to be a little bit better. His off the ball positioning, all that needs to be a little bit better as well. So out of these two, Lewis Smith-Knightley and Lane Townrow, Lewis is probably the slightly better player there, to be brutally honest. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Which one of the youth intake players do you think is the best? And just drop a comment in the comment section below. As I said, coming up now, Nottingham Forest at London Road in 2 seconds. So this is the team we are going for against Nottingham Forest. We've got Luke McGee in goal, Kavanagh, Baldwin, Oxford and Hayden White because he's slightly more attacking than Jordan Williams is. Forrester in the CM role and Leo in the box-to-box midfielder role. Jermaine Anderson picking up a slight niggle in between games. Madison on the left, Gribbin in the middle, Clayton on the right and Jason Cummings up top. For Forest, big names, Mancien and Hobbs at the back. Osborne in the middle, great player on this game. Ex-Posh Boy, Britta Sombolonga, great name to say, love saying that name, and he's a legend at the club. And then Lord Bentner at the top. On the bench, anybody? Henri Lansbury, Jamie Ward. So they've got some decent players, and they're pushing for the playoffs themselves. So let's make sure that we kind of come out of this really aggressively, assertively, and let's see if we can make the difference. Let's kick off and let's go ahead and see if we can get this win from them. Madison now, free kick. Oxford getting to the header and Cummings made it 1-0. So Oxford gets that flick on from the Madison free kick, sorry, not the corner, and Cummings is there just to slap it home. 21st goal of the season for Jason Cummings. That's 1-0 to the Posh. So we go Madison now, great free kick in. Oxford unmarked, heads it on. Cummings surrounded by 5 Nottingham Forest defenders, and he's there to slip it home. As you can see, I'm currently using the data analysis camera angle for the 3D highlights. Picked that up from OneTrueNerd actually, when I was watching one of his videos. So his channel will be in the description below for this episode. Picked that up from him. Gribbin now, Clayton into White. White makes it 2-0 to the Posh. 10 minutes before half time. Just fell to Hayden White on the right hand side, and he slaps it home as well. Thought I'd play White on the right hand side when I play this formation, just because he's a little bit more attacking. Gribbin with a free kick. Clayton hits a shot, but it rebounds back to White. White with his left foot, not his right foot, scoring the goal for the Posh. 10 minutes to go into the 10 minutes to go for the second half, for half time, and it's 2-0 to the Posh. Dominating this game, 9 shots, 4 on target, 63% possession, 83% pass completion, and that is half time. Lovely time to score 10 minutes before the half finishes. Just going to tell them to keep focused, keep concentrated. Don't want that drop in at all. Boys that have come in, Gribbin, Leo in the midfield, Clayton at the right wing, Hayden White, all made decent contributions this game. Let's kick off for the second half. Puts us back up to third. Are 2 points behind Norwich and Swansea. So it is a bit of a battle between from first all the way down to 5th. To see who's really going to get that automatic promotion. Could go right down to the wire, and I'm going to bring that as much as that to you as I can in the following few episodes of this series. Hour mark gone now. Nothing really happened in the second half just yet. 25 minutes to go. Let's make some changes. Just going to freshen up the midfield. Thompson coming on for Forrester. Evans coming on for Leo. Leo's played a hell of a lot of football this season, and I don't want him getting injured at all. But two fresh midfielders coming on into the centre midfield. See if we can just short this game. Fox now on the left hand side with a throw in, playing it very comfortably back to Mills and Mancien in the middle. Lord Bentner gets up against Hayden White. Bentner now again. Osborne, Henri Lansbury's come on, but Baldwin's there just to stop that getting any further. Cummings now on this left hand side, but Lehigh's tackled him, and Lansbury picks up the ball, pressing us very, very high and trying to hit us on the counter. Gribbin, but Lansbury again showing his quality in that middle of midfield. Over to Lord Bentner. Lord Bentner makes it 2-1 now. 20 minutes to go. I'm going to knock that down to standard. They seem to be coming back into the game a little bit more. Henri Lansbury on the pitch now, and he's just pulling the strings. So Lansbury over to Leaker. Leaker now just lifting over to Bentner. Kavanagh playing him onside because Baldwin was looking for the offside trap there. And that's Peterborough United 2, Nottingham Forest 1, coming into the last 20 minutes now. 2 minutes added on. coming into the last 10 seconds. Can we hold on? Is there going to be another sting in the tail? Thompson now just playing it nice and easy to Kavanagh. Kavanagh's trying to find Maddison down that left-hand side. He picks it up. No one's really in the box. Maddison into Cummins. Cummins makes it 3-1, and that wraps up the game for the Posh. Didn't think there would be another goal in this because we are over the allotted time. Maddison absolutely putting Lehigh on toast there on this left-hand side. Look at him go. Just stopping and starting, and then whips a great ball into Jason Cummins. First time shot. Henderson does get a hand to it, but Cummins is there and makes it 22 goals for the season for Jason Cummins. And we stay third, but we do close that gap because Norwich have slipped up there, and Swansea are now top of the league. Trying to find Cummins again, but that's it. All over. Peterborough United 3, Nottingham Forest 1. Fantastic metal from the boys there. Even though we conceded with 20 minutes to go, we carried on and held on. Rotherham beating Norwich there 2-1, making that slip up, and Swansea beating Barnsley 3-1, and then ourselves beating Nottingham Forest 3-1 as well. It's been a topsy-turvy episode today, and we will be back for the Oxford game. So FA Cup quarter-final against Oxford, and then I'm going to follow that up with the Leeds game at home at London Road. So 2 home games coming up: Oxford at home in the FA Cup 6th round, and Leeds at home in the league. Very big game against Leeds. So that's it for this episode of Upon This Rock. Please do hit the like button if you've enjoyed the episode. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content coming out of the channel in the next kind of coming days and weeks. Also want to say a massive thank you for the support on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the likes, the retweets, the subs, the comments. Everything you've been doing is fantastic. Supporting the channel, I really, really do appreciate it. You're going out your way and doing all of those great things for me. And until next time, Oxford and Leeds, I'll see you soon.